Welcome back to the Newport Gulls pregame show. This is the manager show. Standing in for the manager, Mike Coombs, is the hitting coach of the Newport Gulls, Al Leyva. And Coach Leyva, the Newport Gulls, we've been talking about pitching pretty much since the beginning of the season, but hitting, this is one of the better offensive teams in the league. They have 38 walks. They have one of the higher batting averages in the league. Everything seems to be going on all cylinders for the guys at bat.
Yeah, I mean, we've actually started off pretty strong, and usually it's always the opposite. Pitching always starts off strong. Hitters are getting used to the wood bat. But we've been working extra every day when we can, getting those little early outs out, and I think it's starting to pay off for us. Usually it happens about the third week. It's about now when we really start our offense, and we've been very fortunate that the guys have been wanting to work hard early from day one, and I think it's paying off for us with our pitching.
The transition from aluminum or BB core to wood is something very tough for players to make. Why has it been, or it seems so easy for this group of guys early on in the season to really hit well in certain situations?
Well, I think now, a lot of the leagues that they play in during the summer, from when they're about 12 years old, they're starting to go to wood bats. In high school, during batting practice, it's wood bats. So I think they're getting a little bit more familiar with the wood bat. And so I think it pays off now when they get to us. They've been doing that. So it's a little bit easier, like in the, say 10 years ago it was a little tougher, but because they weren't with the wood bat. But now they're starting to use that bat a little bit younger, and so now for them it's pretty common.
Everybody looks at batting average and hits and runs scored for the Gulls, and all three of those numbers are very high. But the number that is surprising and very, very positive for this team right now are walks. 38 walks through 9 games thus far. The Gulls at bat have a really keen eye. Is that something that these players have naturally or just being taught?
You know what? They have it. We do talk about a hit plan, sticking to my hit plan. You'll hear me at third base say, don't settle here. And what I mean to my hitters is that a 3-1 count, a 2-0 count. Even though it might be a strike, is it the pitch in the location you want? And they're starting to develop a really good hit plan. And I think it's paying off for us right now.
In Danbury a couple of nights ago, it's probably one of the best pitchers' duels that we've seen in this season, especially with a team in Danbury that hasn't seen a win yet this season. The Gulls were held to about 5 hits overall in that game. They struck out a lot. What is the plan, and how will it change here tonight to make sure they get a win here against Danbury?
I think a little bit of just, it's a 3-hour bus ride there. It's a short porch. I think our guys see that, and I think they try to muscle it up a little bit. They got a little bit out of rhythm, and that happens. But the good thing about this team is that you might shut us out for 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 innings, but eventually we figure it out, and we'll score a couple runs when we need to. And so that's what impresses me about this team. They remind me of our team 3 years ago when we won it, I believe. They were very patient. If we had one more out, we still had life. And this team reminds me of a lot like that.
Won 5 in a row, looking for number 6 here tonight. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Great, thank you.
The pregame show on the NECBL Broadcast Network continues next.